Ghana. UK na yen to gold biya wa hano. UK was 310 tons. And right, you check it with Google and Amabwa. Dr. Bawumia say ama might be hokra omo up to be 2,000 tons of gold in their gold reserves. Or my Ghana ya no. And the question baby say ya hone say all yem pending 450 independence Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Mreso all the way through to President Akufo-Addo. What have they done with our gold? And so much to gold here two. Sylvester say, ain't that a shame? After 66 years of independence, we only have 8 tons of gold. 8 tons of gold in our gold reserves. Yet, Oshe Enra a year medichrem images ya medichrem Enra Bank of Ghana Amra Idris Elba. I say Bank of Ghana, Bank of England Amra Idris Elba Ekoho for the documentary na oyeyena. Enra see who gold the way UK ha gold bars. Each one of them bia or more catching Idris Elba. I think they said each one of them is up to about £1 million or so. And Enra you share Google no gold reserve the whole UK ha is about 200 billion Great British pound sterling. And you tell me, do you think the UK would ever go to IMF? UK into gold. Do you think say UK will ever go to the IMF? UK ni IMF ni enkomobia. UK one IMF ni asembiaka. Because UK aboa ne ho. Aho boa no odifrehi. Odifre ne former colonies. Question was here beside the leaders of the former colonies and they say, negotiations now. How do you negotiate in the best interest of Mamon Krofo? When we na yankan ye kotuaba or say chairman sabunsu and pay ya shore ya video asafesi or say chairman sabunsu yasi ojina ejura. Majority leader jina ejura one chairman wun to me. Catch the delegates will ejura ho say Omon kotua bama Dr. Bawumia because oye northerner. Omon kotua bama Bawumia because oye kremoni. Na question or say chairman sabunsu majority leader esan bisa delegates ne say or say enti ya to abanama kremoni na ye ding enokra na pay etwa mensunu mu no. Or say chairman say bonsu say enti ya to abama kremoni na ye ding. King Jersey TV, I'm Mosi Marie. You are live on King Jersey TV. Wonderful freedom fighter. Thanks. Good morning. King Jersey TV, US for New Jersey for your church will be Honorable Osei Chairman Sambonsu. And I pay will be some question. Honorable Osei Chairman Sambonsu say, ye Ghana for ye to abama krebonia na ye ding. Me show me what question my honorable Osei Chairman Sambonsu. Ye to abama businessman and na ye ding. Ye bisa, ose yankwa to abama kremoni. Adenya, or the ye free the days of John the Baptist. Kwame Nkrumah Mreso, Kwame Nkrumah na ye Kristo ni. Ana free beko buzia o ye Kristo ni. E free fa o ye Kristo ni. Kotoka o ye Kristo ni. Or the year koya from history 1911 the ya ba bedru President Akufo-Addo se ono so ye Kristo ni. Empo obo Dr. Hila Limani ding. Honorable Osei Chairman Sambonsu. Et mi share Ghana fo anim. E share onyankopon anim. E ka kire delegate for say Dr. Hila Liman na oye Kristo ni. Hey, Honorable Osei Chairman Sambonsu. And you see ya to abama kremonia na aye ding. Me should be so ya to abama businessman na aye ding. Yenfa businessman in 20 for 1 minute. Ya to abama John Mahama ma ono so babedi 4 years na aye ding. Say yes to aba. Emma His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Emma Osamba bedi ne second ono so babedi a second term. Enti na ye ding. because they say no ye de na ye de ye de koto aba yemfa issues yemfa economy yemfa infrastructure yemfa healthcare yemfa education system yemfa sa niema we no nyina nkoto aba next year there be Honorable Oseche Mensa Bonsu say next year bato na ye koto no based on tribe and religion. And to Honorable Oseche Mensa Bonsu say, share ye history for the longest part, majority of our leaders have all been Christians. And to ye two abama kremoni na ye dieng. Hey, no Honorable Oseche Mensa Bonsu, mimi ye Christoni, min koto abama kremoni nye dieng. Mimi ye Christoni, me kai Bible. Maji Yesu Kristo atum se me kra ne maji nkwa. Me koto aba ma obi a osumu Muhammad for dien. Obi osumu Muhammad dia me koto aba ma na ye dien. Sebi Muslim adie mi menti ase mi nimumu. Oman Ghana ye 70% Christian nation. O pese yen 70% or my Ghana Christian nation no yen koto aba ma Muslim na Muslim mra medi or my nation na mpese mi bisa Honorable Oseche Mensa Bonsu say o hwe Muslim countries na wo around the world na when we say Christoni na edi wo mo so yen ko Nigeria ben or my Ghana. Nigeria is a predominantly Muslim country when we say Christoni na edi wo mo so na no sa na Michael Ochirebe fi ko di intro Echo catch the delegates say Nigeria is a predominantly a Muslim nation being led by a Christian. And so you question the past who current president in Nigeria or your Muslim, past president or your Muslim. Tinubu is a Muslim. Buhari is a Muslim. And as I was a Muslim, he is a Muslim. Say, oh, that's what think we. Oti say Michael Ochiribe fi echo make example Senegal. You check we failing Ghana economy. Muslim na wode na eba no we failing Ghana economy. Na me pese me bisa Mr. Oseche Mensa Bonsu say once upon a time be in the history of Ghana any president and or ye Muslim and a move overthrow no Dr. Hila Liman. Did we not have a president who was a Muslim? Dr. Hila Liman was a Muslim. Because utie honorable
so wa be no one ya be sure ni pa no one na abaya kiwa so e pick mo ben any the number one public office any na be exactly ese e wa be no one ya ke sure ni pa no so mo ya any na ka fa e fo a e to so na o le be ni and this now so if we see now for who give this in there Mambeni apa wenu yoki kan na kwa me kuma no ye yusu understand ana if we find anchor go to kwa me anchor the back ana champo go to uzia champo mo ye yusu general kusu ne go to a champo kusu ye yusu ana Rollins go to kusu Rollins yusu ana ye to apa na Dr. Liman the back
Honorable Oseche Mensa Bonsu, who your true for? Honorable, who your true for? Dr. Hila Liman, not onye Christo ni. Dr. Hila Liman, not onye Christo ni. Eriano mo shadie. Na me call internet so. Na me call ye me research kakra. Independent. UK ha. Ye wo a tabloid newspaper your friend the Independent omo online portal me type in na me call Google Wikipedia ni ade me ye me research kakra eni Dr. Hila Liman na onye Christo ni se obi nim Dr. Zela Liman ma ye na interview pe in fact me one number ba me nya we nti na me ba be friend ba be disturb no ono no ye Reggie Rockstone yere no Reggie Rockstone yere no ne papa ni Dr. Hila Liman ye besre Obi mbisa Reggie Rockstone yeren say anyem biara ne papa ye Christo ni ana. Because from information at that internet so no Dr. Hila Liman was a Muslim and at that screen so no Dr. Hila Liman no ye Muslim no ye Christian. Into Honorable Oseche Mensa Bonsu we di intro Why didn't drop? Why didn't drop? Dr. Hila Lehman was a Muslim. He wasn't a Christian. He was Christian. He was a Muslim. And an independent for no UK. It was published, let me say, 1998 or so. And on my published, Lehman was a Muslim from northern Ghana. He was educated at the London School of Economics and the Sorbonne before embarking on a career as a diplomat in post-independence Ghana, becoming a senior official in the etc., etc., etc. Dr. Hila Lehman was a Muslim. And it's not as if we haven't had a Muslim president before. We have. We have. Either such an astute politician like you. And then why are you lying? Why are you lying? And why must we vote on tribe and religion? Why are you forcing us to go against our will to vote for somebody, vote for Obi simply because you're a Christian? No. We are Christian if our Christo something baby. We are Muslim if our Muslim something baby. Now tell me as a politician, a dear na wo ba be ye dia boa mabra bonti was a me vote emma. And as at now, moon to me outlining near Dr. Bawumia or ba be ye no Ghana as president. We're the vice president for 7 years. Yen say as head of the economic management team. Was say Ghana economy and the Ghana economy was junk status. Yenim. Credit reference agencies around the world have downgraded Ghana's economy to junk status. Menemo Kasei, IMF, yako borrow sikano, $3 billion na yako borrow yeno. IMF say omo de maye in them say 5 tranches and umbe release sikana maye. Or IMF say yenko review ye DDEP. Domestic debt exchange program na ye no and shut down koyesa anti yenko review and nunti the second batch of sika was releasing my yekrano. It's been put on hold. Sasi can say there was about November ya ye babe simu ya na so nya dia e ba beba we no many niema ye expect say ka Dr. Bawumia anko round no anko betumi a kire niema mu a kire yen as to how we arrived at where we are today, as to how President Mahama had taken Ghana to the IMF, no, or then the finance minister, Mr. Setekwe, no. How did he, Dr. Bawumia, the economic wizard of Ghana, deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana, how is it that the economy shared and Ghana ended up back at the IMF? Onam nyina sushi yenti bi plan papa bia odeba other than say onya or the electric cars beba Ghana yenim say on to me ye other than say onya or the oyster card system ba Ghana matro drivers obey in 6 months. It took the United Kingdom, because that day no kind or making reference to the UK, it took the UK 20 years. It took the UK 20 years to roll out their pilot program on the Oyster card and okra London nkwa. Dr. Bawumia peje ni mwa osi oba be yebi wo man Ghana in 6 months. Uni sika, uni technology no. Enti honorable no say chairman sabonso. Se munim se ade ne enkoye mamoa. Mamu mfa ade ne mambe chichire nipa kon say on tribe and religion. Enye dwuma, it will not work. You cannot force a 70% Christian country, say yembesen kwatwa bama Muslim, chinchine trying, based on his religion. Na ye koka wa bebisa ye say na ye de mana na aye ding. And some na uka ye no a sa statement kakra no e ho na share mebufuo ye de mana na aye ding. Hey, enti nipa na faili, but oye Muslim enti, oye northern enti. Who selfish interest because we are promising vice inti. We are promising to be vice president. To Obama no kwaye ne president. Na okachire ye Christopher nyina say ye nyina ye ntuba na ye. How do we know say he is not a 666? There be, how do we know? Say to Abama Dr. Bawumia or ma medani 666 ewo my Ghana e Christo so. Yen to aba man ne yen to aba man china because we are Muslim. Yen to aba man ne yen to aba man china because we are northerner. So pese ye to aba mana on chreyen de odi Ghana economy na ye the past 7 years. So otumi chire niyama mu ma chire yen and I am ye satisfied that we might consider voting for him. Until then, forget it. Enti mekan chire yen say if it Kwame Nkrumah mreso Kwame Nkrumah Kristoni we Kristoni enti ye de maba kremoni ana aye den ye koye ye research so research ka chire ye say we've had a Muslim leader before. Ye koye ye research the research e ka chire ye nie said Dr. Hila Liman na oye Muslim. Inti se say no. Na bibia anya marere hu wo ne papa panyimu ntware a udi ntro. O se che mensa bonso oyo trofo. Onyo buo bia de ma the Ghanaian voter. Preying on the minds and the ignorance of yama many ya papa no many yenuanu binuma enten yama say because of womo illiteracy nti. O feel so what the Christo so many Muslim yama no kwa ye womo a ehumo bro bi beba wo mumu. Honorable Oseche Mensa Bonsu, after saying 30 years of this Fourth Republic, is this what you want your legacy to be? That all my Ghana Yekotoaba will vote on tribe and religion? Meanwhile, just last week, you were denying. So you haven't done any tribal politics. You were denying it. We have the publications here. You last week, October, who deny a letter to letterhead so or parliamentary letterhead who trot so when your tribal politics were baby when your religious politics be our baby and so I don't know we anyway.
One is not papa if I say papa Ron is a chief and I present before she used before key and at a mess, if you know at a mess association, and I don't have the mama issue, you back, a good father, a do me, you and I can't show you a piece of work. Maybe a piece of you. And then, what should do me and son? What should do me and son? And yet,
hey, near auto su do miensa eba beye kremonia na ayedien e honorable Oseche Mensa Bonsu mementi wasio near auto su do miensa eba beye kremonia na ayedien near auto su do miensa no se businessman and so na ayedien Sanye, ye be yahwe betumi astarte. Kwame Nkrumah ne profession ne de yen. Yanko Google, yanko hwe. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, what was his profession? Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Te se yahwe yakwo profession no. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Apart from saying na oya politician no, edi ebiem, was he a lawyer, an economist, or what? Early life and education. Okay, Osuya idea to be a teacher. After obtaining his teacher's certificate from the Prince of Wales College at Achimota in 1930, Nkrumah was given a teaching post at the Roman Catholic Primary School in Elmina 1931. After a year there, he was made the headmaster of the school at Axim. Ena yenko yenim kakranka honshe. The young teacher decided to further his education. Chester County of Pennsylvania, west of Philadelphia. The young teacher decided to further his anyway, Nkrumah, and he advised Nkrumah to enroll. Okay, so Azikiwe, Nigeria, now or no school of Pennsylvania, or encouraging Dr. Kwame Nkrumah say or no so enrolling. Nkrumah, who had failed the entrance examination for London University, gained funds for the trip and his education from relatives. He traveled by way of Britain. Where he learned to his outrage of Italy's invasion of Ethiopia, one of the few independent African nations. He arrived in the United States in October 1935. According to historian blah blah blah, you go so here. Doctor. Okay, Nkrumah completed a Bachelor of Arts degree in economics and sociology in 1939. Lincoln appointed him an assistant lecturer in philosophy. He began to receive invitations to be a guest preacher in Presbyterian churches, Philadelphia, blah, blah, blah. And to the long story short, he earned from Penn the following year a Master of Art degree in philosophy and a Master of Science in education. And in a tintin in the theater, said Dr. Kwame Nkrumah or your teacher ni. A lecturer. Everything, all his education centered around, he was an educationist. Let's just put it that way, yeah? So he was a teacher, he taught. Okay. Why am BMD boy, Dr. Buzia? Dr. Buzia, the profession. Dr. Buzia, Abrefa Buzia. Ghanaian political leader and academic who was prime minister from 1969 to 72. Education. He took a BA honors in philosophy, politics, and economics. And the said Dr. Kwame Nkrumah